Okay, I call our August 18th agenda meeting to order. This morning, the invocation will be by Commissioner Barbara Aycock, and the Pledge of Allegiance will be by Commissioner Antonio Williams. We will then vote on the approval of the minutes. And any adjustments to the agenda?
Yes, sir. I do have, I'd like to add a new item to the consent agenda, be number 10. It's the creation, establish a public hearing for the Board of Commissioners to conduct a public hearing Tuesday, September 15th, 2026 at 9 a.m. or as soon thereafter as the agenda will allow in the County Commissioners Meeting Room 224 East Walnut Street, Goldsboro, in relation to a community development block grant funding for a project in the community. Wayne County anticipates it will be submitting CDBG applications within the next 12 months. Information on the amount of funding available, the requirements of the benefit of low to moderate income persons, eligible activities, and plans to minimize displacement and provide displacement assistance as necessary will be available. Citizens will be given this opportunity to provide oral or written comments to the county. And so there's several projects that we're going to be applying for CDBG funding, one of which is the extra on Station 12, and there's some other things we've been alerted to that we're eligible for, so we'll be applying for those as well.
Okay, so we're establishing a public hearing.
Yes, sir. For September the 15th, 2026 at 9 a.m. That's all.
That's it? Okay. All right, next item is, of course, our appointment committee. We've got an appointment committee to reappoint Lavelle Payne to the Juvenile Crime Prevention Council. And then consent agenda, budget amendments. Good morning.
The first budget amendment we will start with is our final budget adjustment for the fire departments. This is to pay out all the sales tax and property tax that have been over-collected from the budgeted amounts for the 25-26 fiscal year.
Okay, any questions? Okay,
The next budget amendment, number 61, this budget amendment is to receive miscellaneous revenue from the Coastal Plains Tax Meeting and allocate to the appropriate expense line in order to pay meeting expenses.
okay, any questions on that?
Number
Alright.
63, this is for the restricted funds for school sales tax. I'll read that memo. The purpose of this budget amendment is to transfer unused funds from Fund 110 back to Fund 113. These funds were unused for debt service expenditures and are being returned to the restricted sales tax fund to ensure they are accounted for in the appropriate fund and remain available for eligible school capital and debt service purposes in accordance with applicable restrictions.
Okay, any comments, questions?
Number 65 is from Cooperative Extension. This is to appropriate grant funding received from the Grange for the Voluntary Ag District Project.
Any questions? Okay,
68, this is from Finance. This is to reallocate funds for outside professional services required by our legal department.
okay, any questions or comments?
And the final budget amendment, number 69, is for Gateway. And this budget amendment is to anticipate and appropriate Rural Operating Assistance Program funding from the North Carolina Department of Transportation Integrated Mobility Division, which provides funding to counties for the operating cost of trips for passengers with disabilities. That
Any
is all that I
questions?
have.
Is there, you said there's a match on those or not?
No.
There's not, okay.
All right, our next item is late elderly exemption application. And those have all been fully vetted.
Yes, sir.
Any questions? Our next item is a late disabled veterans exemption application.
It's been vetted as well, sir.
That also has been vetted. Next item on our agenda is a motion to approve the lease of the corporate hangar 6 at the Wayne County Executive Jetport to Wayne Community College for a period not to exceed 10 years, subject to final approval of the county attorney. Any comments? Well, now I understand why you're here.
You knew it was more than just coming to see you. We're asking today, commissioners, that you look, there's a motion before you today to approve an expansion of Wayne Community College. We're excited about this. They continue to expand, and they're in need of a larger facility. Not long ago, we renewed a lease for them, but adjacent to their building that they're leasing now has come available, about 5,000 square feet, and this will be known as the Wayne Community Auxiliary Hangar. It will be used for teaching and instruction, aircraft mechanics, and we're very excited about that. The lease is going to be $1,600 a month. The building will be as is, so any improvements will be left up to them. And I'm certain they will be putting heat, possibly air conditioning, but I'm certain there will be improvements that will stay with the building as long as any fixtures will be a part and will become part of the Jetport. And be glad to entertain any questions that you have.
Don't we pay for all that anyway? Jim,
Excuse me, sir, I was looking.
I said, don't we pay for that?
What were
Stuff
you?
for what he's talking about, the lease for any kind of improvements, would that come through us already or not?
No, sir, that would go through Wayne Community College.
And we don't fund that?
It goes through Wayne Community College.
Okay.
So we wouldn't be, Jetport would not be
Right,
funding
right,
that.
right.
All right, any questions? Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Next item is a motion to approve the addition of Ivy Drive to the state maintenance system as requested by NCDOT.
Yes, sir, it's, finally adding, the street that we built several years ago. It took several years to build. It's .45 in length. We would be requesting to add it to the, NC State Road System for the DOT's maintenance. The final step,
Final step.
yes.
Any questions on that?
They have one, is the right of way to the right of it, is that part of this, or does that stay with the county?
Right of way
To the right-hand side where there's a right of way for utilities. Like where the, sewer line's supposed to go, water line's supposed to go.
that's part of the right, if it's in the right of way, it's all DOT maintained.
Okay,
You're turning over everything within the right of way to DOT.
to the right and left side of the road.
Okay, any other questions? Then we have a motion to approve the resolution 2026-25, a resolution by the county of Wayne declaring surplus property and authorizing the sale at public auction.
Of course, we have a listing there, there's attachment A that has some surplus property listed on it. We ask that you declare it as surplus so that it can be auctioned off. And you see before you a list of the different items. If you have any questions. These will all be auctioned by RDD Auction.
When was the last time that we had an auction like this?
Just a few months ago, what, 5 or 6 months
Yeah,
ago?
something like that, and then there was one prior to that.
Okay, any questions on this? And of course, then item 10, and that is establishing a public hearing to get comments on CDD grant applications.
Correct.
Any questions on that? All right, then we go into new business, a motion to accept tax collector's settlement for calendar year 25 taxes and prior. And at that same time, we'll go into 11, which is a motion to approve order directing the tax collector to collect the taxes charged in the tax records and receipts for calendar year 2026 and all prior years' outstanding taxes. And then a motion to appoint Alan Lumpkin as tax administrator for 4 years. do we need to do that prior to his, we,
No, I think the order is fine.
okay.
On the agenda, that's fine.
All right, any question on any of those items, new business? Then we will have county manager's report, board of commissioners committee reports, closed session,
We do, and we can do that now.
okay? Do I have a motion we go into closed session? All right, we have a motion to go into closed session.
And that would be to discuss matters
please vote.
relating to the location or expansion of industries within the county, to consider the performance of employees of the county, and to consult with your attorney employed or retained by the county, by the board to can't talk this morning, to maintain attorney-client privilege.
Okay, please vote. And we are in closed session. Okay. Call our meeting to order of August the 18th. Commissioners are reminded of their duty to avoid conflicts of interest consistent with state law and Wayne County policies. Any commissioner who has an actual or potential conflict of interest with respect to any matter on the agenda should disclose the conflict prior to the meeting. This morning, our invocation will be by Commissioner Barbara Aycock and Pledge of Allegiance by Commissioner Antonio Williams.
Let's bow our head, please. Heavenly Father, thank you for bringing us together today. As we begin our meeting, we ask for your wisdom, clarity. Help us listen with respect and speak with grace. Guide every decision we make. Where there are differences, bring understanding. Amen.
Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes of August the 4th.
Motion to approve.
All right, we've got several motions. Please vote. And then we'll have adjustments of the agenda.
Yes, sir. I have the add item under the consent, number 10. So notice hereby given that Wayne County Board of Commissioners will conduct a public hearing, it's established a public hearing on Tuesday, September 15th, 2026 at 9 a.m. The subject is submitting CDBG grant applications. That's all, sir.
All right. So do we have a motion to approve the adjusted agenda?
So moved.
All right, we have a motion. Any discussion? Please vote. And then we have the appointment committee.
Morning. I need a motion to reappoint Lavelle Payne to the Juvenile Crime Prevention Council.
All right, we have a motion. Any discussion on that motion? Hearing none, please vote. And then on the consent agenda, to include item 10 that
Yes,
we
sir.
discussed in regards to the public hearing.
Establishing the public hearing.
Okay. We have a motion to approve the consent agenda.
So moved.
All right, we have a motion to approve. Any discussion? Please vote. And then we're going to move to new business. Under new business, we have we will need a motion to accept the tax collector's settlement for calendar year 2025 taxes and prior once it's submitted.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I bring you good tidings this morning. I was gonna pull up a slideshow for us, we'll run it through it. This is our end of the year settlement. It's an annual thing we're required to do by statute. It just tells you where we ended up as of June 30th. We will have an audit being conducted later on this year, and that will substantiate all this information, make sure everything's good, and she'll make her final adjustments, and the audit will be complete hopefully by the end of the year, maybe. Heather, you want to try that, please? This is required by statute, and this basically just, like I said, we ended up where we ended up back in the end of June 30th. Settlement must be accepted before the tax collector may be charged with the next tax levy, which we'll be doing next. The settlement must provide a report of diligent efforts to collect unpaid taxes.
Well, you're going, okay.
One more, Kayla.
Next.
Oh,
On your keyboard,
press the what?
the arrow.
The arrow?
There you go.
All right. Basically, the highlights of this is we had a total levy of $76 million, $847 million, and we collected to date, as of June 30th, 643, 227. We ended up with a collection percentage of 98.43, which is very good. We're very pleased with that. Any questions on that, the numbers?
And you,
Andy's smiling, so that's a good thing.
and you collected interest of 203,000?
Yes, sir, that's correct. And that's on late bills that are collected after January 5th. As you know, January 5th is the deadline to pay. January 6th, the interest starts accruing at 2% the first month, 0.75% every other month, and that is collected through all current and back taxes that are delinquent for the year, yes, sir.
Any questions? Okay.
And these are our prior years. That was the current 25 tax year that we just finished up. This is the prior years and the same information. We still have an outstanding balance there. We did collect about $750,000 on those old bills. Thanks in part to our delinquent collection staff that are beating the bushes for those, and also Andrew and his staff help us out with those also. And there again, you have the interest, $129,000 for those back years.
Does this indicate what we currently have on back year taxes that are now owed?
Outstanding balance is the 1.9 million.
Okay, yep, all right.
Our vehicle tax system, as you know, that changed back in 2014. We've mentioned that several times. It is now collected at the DMV, which is an excellent program I mention every year. This is how much we collected, the $10,307,000. We have 117,000 registered motor vehicles in Wayne County currently. And again, I will mention this is a excellent system because people pay before you get your taxes, before you get your renewal. If you pay when you renew, you don't have to wait till after the fact like it used to be. So it's working out really well. I will note there is a change coming to that, not to our part of it, but I don't know if you've heard that or not, but the sticker, when you get your renewal notice in the mail, you send that in, or either go down to the DMV office to renew it. They'll give you a little sticker. Those stickers are now going away. You will not receive a year sticker anymore. They will not mail that to you, and you will not receive it there. So you will not get that year sticker on your tag anymore. Supposedly they are tracking that now. There's most of the patrol cars, and we understand have been equipped with some kind of readers that can read those tags as they're going down the road and check if it's registered, if it's up to date or whatever. So they're just trying to save costs and not have to have another mailing going back out, mailing all these in, because a lot of people do renew online now and have to mail those stickers out. So you will not have a little sticker anymore. But you still get your renewal notice, you'll still get your information about renewing, and you'll still renew, you just will not receive that sticker.
So online was supposed to cut costs down and it increased costs, and now we're increasing costs again by buying computerized. That doesn't make sense, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I understand you say they still are gonna mail the notice to you?
Yes, sir. You will still get your renewal notice. It will have your renewal amount on it and your taxes on it. You will still pay that whether online or in the office in person. You just will not receive anything back from them, from the DMV or online.
I think that's gonna delay collecting taxes, on just personal opinion. Because, I mean, some of them are gonna not get it, some of them are gonna forget it, some of them are gonna try to write it long as they can.
As myself, it's a very good reminder because they send those notices out about 3 months ahead of time, and I just put it on the counter or wherever I put my bills, and sometimes, but if I see that sticker saying my dates, my year's gone, or some of them remind me sometimes,
Yeah.
my wife reminds me, so, I think it's a very good reminder, but again, this was done at higher level than what we do.
Yeah,
I think that's gonna affect our renewals.
agreed. It's gonna affect our collection.
I mean, make sure I'm understanding this. You no longer have a sticker, and it's up to a patrolman or sheriff's deputy or policeman to actually look at your tag and then take your tag and put it into a computerized system, see if it's up to date.
Correct. Yes, sir.
What are the odds
It's
there?
your responsibility to go renew the tag.
That's correct. There has got to be an extremely tough penalty if you're caught not renewing your tags. And if not, I'm afraid that's going to really affect our collection rate on taxes.
It's not gonna change. It's the same thing. I mean, technically, that's what they're doing already. Even with the sticker or without the sticker, you still have to run it because the person could have not put their sticker up there. So the police officer's still running it regardless. And now with all the AI technology, you'd be shocked how fast they can read your license plate going down the highway.
Other
And all
states,
these
they
cameras.
haven't done it for years.
Yeah, so it's not,
Other
it's gonna be,
states, they
it's
haven't
not
done it.
gonna change anything.
Okay,
We're behind.
we're good.
Way behind.
We're way behind.
Any more questions on this?
Whether that be good or bad, we're behind.
All right, enforcement measures. You can see those, the wage garnishments and the bank account levies and the rent attachments. I want to spend a little bit of time on the foreclosures. That number really jumped, it looks like, but I want to just explain the process on that. These are foreclosures that have been flagged in our office. We've done everything we can do in our office. We've done the wage, we've done the bank attachments, we've done everything we can do. A lot of this is air property, has been just sitting there delinquent, nobody's taking responsibility for it. We've done everything we can do. That's how many we've sent to Andrew's office, Andrew and Catherine. We send those over there. Now, Andrew and Catherine do an excellent job. They're not automatic foreclosures. They work with the taxpayers as well. If somebody's interested in the property and willing to try to do something, Andrew will set up arrangements with them and try to get those taxes paid before it goes to foreclosure. So don't let them mislead you. There's 1,000 foreclosures out there. This is just what was in our office, flagged as foreclosure, sent to Andrew's office. Do you want to add anything to that, sir?
No, I will say we try to prioritize as well. So, I mean, if we have properties where there's a higher amount owed, a lot of the ones that they send over are air property, and it may be very small and just vacant property. So the annual tax bill may only be $30 to $40, $50. So, you know, when we go to foreclose, sometimes we accrue legal fees and service fees and things of that nature of thousands of dollars. So we try to weigh what's worth our time. So we're trying to get the best bang for the buck.
But why do you account moving from 287 to over 1,000?
Good work. We had reval going on the last couple of years, as you remember, and all our focus was on that. So we had all hands on deck for trying to get that completed. So that 287 is actually an average number that's been forever. We just really, our staff has really dug into the trenches, and we're working those as hard as we can now, trying to get those back things cleaned up as best we can with the staff we have.
Okay.
Any more questions? Uh-oh, Kayla did it to me now. Okay.
That's the end of the slideshow.
Good job.
All
So
right.
that is our settlement. We do need approval of that so we can move on.
All right, do I have a motion to accept tax collector's settlement?
So moved.
All right, we have a motion. Any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, please vote. And our next item is we will need a motion to approve order directing the tax collector to collect the taxes charged in the tax records and receipts for calendar year 2026 and all prior years' outstanding taxes.
Yes, sir, and I would like to report that thanks to our staff, their diligent efforts, and thanks to Giorgio, our billing is complete. It has been sent to our print vendors, and they will be in the mail, fingers crossed, maybe by the end of the week or first of next week. So the bills are coming out. Just to highlight the bills, people should not see a change this year unless you changed your property last year during 25. If you built a new house, if you added on, you did something like that, our tax rate stayed the same. I'm not sure if they're aware of that or not. Our tax rates in the county, thank you to our budget team manager and to you, our tax rate stayed the same. I know y'all held the line and everything, and our municipalities did as well. We had no tax increases in Wayne County or municipalities or fire districts. We had a few decreases in fire districts. We had one municipality, Mount Olive, lowered their rate a little bit, so we had no increases. So if you made no changes, your tax bill should be the same as it was last year, unless you made changes to it. So that's some good news for our taxpayers, and thank y'all for what you did on that, on the budget, and thanks to the budget team too. They did a great job. So I do want to touch on just a quick thing. Our elderly exemptions, I think y'all had some today on your consent agenda. I want to explain that just a little bit. June 1st is the deadline for filing those timely. The statutes allow for late applications. If it's after June 1st, we cannot approve those in our office. That's why they're sent to you for approval. You will see those from now through the end of the year. So I just want to get that word out there. You can still apply. Taxpayers can still apply for those ongoing and as a late application. So I would encourage anybody that thinks they may qualify, they can still apply, and it will affect this year's taxes if they're approved. One thing too, I know you've seen where there's been some property tax laws floating around and passed at the state level. There's one bill, our seniors are the ones that are hurting right now. A lot of those are on fixed incomes. The current exemptions we have are the elderly exemption, the are the veterans or the disability exemptions. With the disability and the elderly, there is an income limit on that. That income limit is currently $38,800. That's if you're single or if you're married. It's almost like a marriage penalty almost. If you're married, you know, it's not different. So there is a bill out there. It's been introduced. It's sort of stalled somewhere. I'm not sure. I think I'll have to get the number to Chip so he can pass it out. But it does try to differentiate between married and single people. So it's actually raising that up for married couple a little bit more to help do that. We also have a program called a circuit breaker. We have one person, I think there's maybe 300 in the whole state to take advantage of that. It had good intentions. But when it was introduced, it's not a full exemption, it's a deferral. It almost works like the farmers program. You get in it, but if you sell your property, if you pass away, we have to roll back and tax you for 4 years on what you were getting off. So there's a penalty on that, and not a lot of people want to leave their children with that kind of burden. So there's not interest. So this bill also cleans that up and takes that deferral away. So that will be a big help too. So there is a bill out there to help right now. Again, I don't know how much interest it's got. It's out there. It's sort of stalled. So I will get that bill number to Chip and let him pass it out. If y'all can maybe talk to our legislators and maybe encourage them, because this is backed by both tax organizations, NCACC, and a lot of people are backing this bill as a fair bill to help our seniors. And these other bills they passed, they're looking at the whole broad picture, the whole just taxation in general. But these are specific to our seniors that could help those. So I will get this to y'all if y'all can pass the word on, if they can maybe push that along, maybe to help our seniors on that.
But right now, it's 38.8.
38.8 that's whether you're married or that's the
Which is,
income limit.
which is what I called you about a while back. Okay.
It is, and we have so many people that are right on that board. They may make 39 or 40, and they're they just need help with their tax bills.
When was the 38.8 established?
That changes every year. It's tied to the cost of living. So I think last year was like 37.9 or so. It goes up just a little bit each year. It's tied to the cost of living. And I haven't seen the one for next year yet, but it goes up very small incremental amount each year. But anyway, that's just my soapbox for today. So any help y'all can do to help, I will get that bill number to you so you can know what it is.
Okay, so I need a motion to approve order directing the tax collector to collect taxes.
So moved, Mr. Chair.
All right, we've got a motion on the floor. Any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, please vote.
You notice he told us the bad news first and then covered it up with some good news at the end. Sending out, you're gonna ruin everybody's Labor Day by sending the bills out. Right? I'm just.
Tis the season. It's our Christmas program.
Listen.
All right. And one last item that we have, and that is we need a motion to appoint Alan Lumpkin as tax administrator for 4 years.
Absolutely, so moved.
All right, we've got a motion on the floor, no discussion.
Little caveat, that's up to 4 years.
Oh, it don't say,
Well, that says
it don't
4
say
years.
that too, it don't say that too.
Kayla wrote that wrong.
I'm gonna read Mr. Lumpkin's oath and.
Let him, let
We got to vote.
Let's vote first.
Make it official first.
Yeah, that's right.
We want to.
So are you gonna, here we go.
Yeah, we're hooking for
Please
4
vote
more.
electronically.
So you're hooked for 4 more.
Up to. Thank you all for that.
Notice that's unanimous.
Thank you.
So I will read this and then, Alan, at the end, if you'll say I swear or affirm.
You gotta have a Bible.
Oh, there's one right here, okay, I'm sorry.
I, Alan Lumpkin, do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support and maintain the Constitution and laws of the United States and the Constitution and laws of North Carolina not inconsistent therewith, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of my office as Wayne County Tax Assessor, so help me God. I, Alan Lumpkin, do solemnly swear or affirm that I will not allow my actions as Wayne County Tax Assessor to be influenced by personal or political friendships or obligations. I, Alan Lumpkin, do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support and maintain the Constitution and laws of the United States and the Constitution and laws of North Carolina not inconsistent therewith, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of my office as Wayne County Tax Collector, so help me God. I, Alan Lumpkin, do solemnly swear or affirm that I will not allow my actions as Wayne County Tax Collector to be influenced by personal or political friendships or obligations. I, Alan Lumpkin, do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support and maintain the Constitution and laws of the United States and the Constitution and laws of North Carolina, not inconsistent therewith, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of my office as Wayne County Tax Administrator, so help me God. I, Alan Lumpkin, do solemnly swear or affirm that I will not allow my actions as Wayne County Tax Administrator to be influenced personal or political friendships or obligations.
I swear and I do, and there's a lot of swearing going on in that, what you just read, Kate.
So I didn't want any loopholes, so I didn't get your hand.
Cover the bases here.
Congratulations, that's 4 years.
Thank you, Dan.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, next item is a county manager's report.
Yes, sir. I'd just like to thank Alan for the job that he does down in the tax office. It's a very difficult job, and he does it with, in a kind spirit and, day in and day out, and I appreciate him and being able to work with him. Last week, I did have an opportunity to go to the Goldsboro MPO TCC meeting, and I had the opportunity to make a motion for a letter of support to name a portion of I-42 in honor of Jack Best. And I did so at that meeting, and wanted to make sure that was on the record. I want to make sure that I made that motion, and I did so. And that's all, sir.
Okay. Mr. Williams?
Yes, thank you, sir. As we conclude another incredible summer, I want to express my deepest pride in everything the Wayne County Summer Youth Employment Program has accomplished. Reaching our 5th consecutive year is a monumental milestone, and it stands as a testament to the dedication of our community and the remarkable young people we serve, having advocated for this program since its inception. Seeing the sustained growth fills me with immense gratitude. This growth is driven by active community engagement. In fact, several citizens have recently reached out to me to ensure our program continues, evolves with the absolute best interests of all our youth in mind. I deeply value this input as it reinforces our core mission, ensuring this program maintains broad access and complete fairness for every single young person in our county. Regardless of background, keeping the needs of all our youth at the center of our focus is exactly what will carry this program forward. I want to extend my sincere apologies for missing the reception luncheon due to a miscommunication regarding the date. I was unable to celebrate with all of you in person, which I deeply regret. However, my absence takes nothing away from my admiration for our youth and partners. I would like to extend a special thank you to my fellow County Board of Commissioners, our dedicated county staff, and the various departments that opened their doors and allowed our youth to work alongside them this summer. Most importantly, I want to express my profound gratitude to our Wayne County Summer Youth Employment Director, Kendall, whose leadership and tireless efforts made this landmark year a resounding success. Thank you to everyone who poured their time and energy into making this landmark 5th year a resounding success. I look forward to continuing our work together to empowering the next generation. And I also had an opportunity, one of our young people graduated from Southern Wayne High School with a 4.0 GPA, and I sit on, as a director, I'm on the North Carolina Association for Black County Officials. Well, I advocated that she gets a scholarship. So the North Carolina Association of Black County Officials, they wrote a letter to her saying they're pleased to award you, Miss Amia Randolph, a scholarship in the amount of $1,000 for the upcoming school year. These funds may be used at your discretion to help offset costs associated with your post-secondary education expenses. Scholarships will be presented on Friday, August 21st, 2026 at the awards banquet, which is being held in Durham, North Carolina at 21C Main Gallery at 12 noon. We are providing 2 complimentary tickets, one for you and one guest, to attend this luncheon to receive your check. And Congratulations on receiving the scholarship, and we wish you much success as you embark on the next level of your educational journey. And that is just a wonderful thing. Not only did they come from my county, my district, but it's just showing that in the county, we have some great young people that, you know, they're exceeding things. She's going to be going to UNC Charlotte, so I'm very proud of her. Thank you. That's all I have, sir.
Commissioner DeMarco.
If you remember back at our last meeting, Commissioner Gurley asked for prayers for one of our local guys here, Will Azell, who was burned in a farm accident 2 weeks ago. And the good news is, when he first was in, he had second and third degree burns, and they were talking 3 to 4 months in the burn unit at Chapel Hill. And evidently our prayers were working, because this kid is walking 2 miles in the hospital right now, and the doctors say he could possibly get out within the next 2 weeks. He shaved off 2 months of this rehabilitation just in there. So I just want to let everybody know, you know, that Will Azell's doing much better, and he's going to come out of this in pretty good shape. So thanks for everybody's prayers.
That's great. Commissioner Aycock.
I have
Mr. Foster.
No comment.
Commissioner Harrell.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chair. No committee report, but I just have 2 comments. Alan, thank you for everything you do, but I know you'll say thank you to your staff, so please make sure your staff knows from us that we appreciate all the hard work that they do. Taxes is a 4-letter, 3-letter word, but Chip is correct. You and I know your staff and your leadership approach your job very humbly and do a lot to help and look after our citizens when they have questions or complaints or concerns. So we really appreciate that. I know I do personally. So thank you for everything that you're doing, and we're happy to have you for another 4, 8, 10 years. We'll talk about that later. Also, just the other comment I have is just a reminder, you know, August is school month, so all of our young people, including our college young people, will be starting back. You know, some of the schools have already started some of our earliest programs, and, you know, Wayne County Schools is starting with the more traditional programs coming Monday, as well as our private schools, our Christian schools, Wayne Community College. UMO students go back on campus on Saturday. So just thoughts and prayers, of course, with them, that they all have a successful year, a safe year for them, as well as our staff that continue to serve those children, and our law enforcement, right, our SROs that protect those individuals every day, city and county. So thank you for what they do. That's the only comment I have, Mr.
Oh, I think you'd be remiss if you didn't explain your tie.
Oh, I wore a school bus tie today, and in honor of school starting back. It's actually a Save the Children tie supporting St. Jude, and I had a student give this to me years ago. So it's kind of a tradition. In August, sometimes I wear my back to school tie. So,
Mr. Gurley.
Alan's he makes you smile when you go write him a check. I always call him at the end of the year, because I have several that I have to combine paying, and he gives me a total, and I meet him in there and give him a check, and he smiles. It makes you happy to pay him. But he does do a good job, and as they said, I mean, he's always smiling. So most of the time, anyway. I'm gonna rant a little bit. I got a pet peeve on this trash deal at the GWTA pickup sites. Not just for me, not just for companies like mine that have to maintain properties that these places are at. The people leave their trash sitting in either a building or a bench, all over the ground. I would ask that whoever sits on the GWTA board, that you recommend that maybe the buses have a trash can inside the door, and before they leave, the people that's there pick their trash up. I actually got a name tag this weekend that was laying on the ground from somewhere. So stuff like that just aggravates me. It's trashy. I mean, people leave just food, doesn't matter. We picked up, you can imagine it, we picked it up. Not just me, but I've had probably 15 different companies mention it to me, want me to do something about it, which I can't do anything about it. I think we give them $120,000 a year out of our budget, something thereabouts.
It varies.
Depending on the matching grants or whatever, some are 10%, some of them 15%. So, that's one thing. The next thing is the sidewalks, overgrown on the project, on the Central Heights, widening project from, Central Heights Road, up to Berkeley and Fallon Boulevard and Oak Forest or whatever it's called on the extension all the way to Gateway Drive. You can't even tell, there's supposed to be 5-foot sidewalks and you got about 14 inches of concrete that you can see because the grass is growing on it. I was contacted DOT. I was contacted yesterday by the city that's supposed to be maintaining them, based on what DOT explained to me. And then, Roy called me from the MPO and it said they were gonna get on it and try to get it taken care of. So, we had several people complain about that, going from the apartments on Fallon Boulevard out to the industrial park where they work at. And, so it's just, if we put it in, we got to maintain it. And I think that's it. Thanks, sir. I'm through ranting.
You are?
Well, not really, but I'll stop.
School starts Monday. So please look out for the little children because they're gonna all be going back to school. I know we have, over the summer, have not looked for the posted speed signs in school zones. I remind everyone, watch out for the speed, watch out for the kids. I need a motion to go into.
Wait, one thing, watch out for them walking to school. I did have a phone call yesterday about, concern, and I have noticed it as I was taking our youngest to school over the years. There's some that walk to school, and I'm just gonna use this as an example, walk from Camelot to Eastern Wayne High School, and walk down the shoulder road, which is about maybe 2 foot between people coming off the highway to bypass new, young drivers, to tractor trailers going, hauling grain and buses or whatever. It's kind of it's a dangerous situation. I was going to speak with Tim about this, but since you brought that up about the possibility of making something where we could get them onto the school property a little quicker, out of there, not just that school, but any school you got children walking up and down the road, so.
Look out for it. So, do I have a motion? We go into closed session.
Either before or after the formal dismissing, may I just extend a couple invitations?
Well, no, we're not gonna have any public comment. Thank you, though. All right, do I have a motion? We go into closed session. All right, we got a motion to go into closed session.
And that would be for the same reasons as before.
Okay, thank you, and please vote.
Yeah, I'll vote.
All right, and we're gonna go into closed session. We're back in session from our closed meeting, and there's no other business. We are adjourned. Thank you.